back in Week 15, lost their previous matchup against the Giants. Can we find out next?
We welcome everybody to the Garden State EA Sports coverage of the Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting he continues the streak in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 14 carries, 58 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Gun. Here's Prescott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Here's Prescott. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jordan Brooks able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue. Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he will take it out in for a Giant touchdown. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they... And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Azeez Ojulari
in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. To try again after the sack. Prescott under pressure, and they got to him again. O'Shane Ximines in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
60 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming out.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Akers will score. Touchdown, New York. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he...
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter there. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Gronk's first catch, good for a first down. Prescott from the gun. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Azeez Ojulari
picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Prescott on first down. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. To the air again, Prescott. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. O'Shane Ximines. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
Throwing, Jones. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man, complete. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. Jones now. A final shot before break. Rolling to his right. Terry McLaurin as time expires in the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So we've come upon half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On 2nd and a yard, Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Jones. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Cam Akers,
a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Oh, Prescott stripped. And who's got it? The Giants. Well, this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
We get a look now at the Giants defense as they file into position. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to script the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Prescott now.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
Bulldozes past him. And shedding a man at the 40.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it...
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Here's Hill again on second down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Prescott.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
In possession, switching back to the New York Giants.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Cam Akers
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Giants have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins, and that is incomplete.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down. Throwing, Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Leonard Williams
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott
able to find Higgins.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Azeez Ojulari.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Under pressure, they got him again.
Azeez Ojulari.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He starts with a give to Akers.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5 now. Jones.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gano for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. O'Shane Ximines in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack on first down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And who's got it? The Giants.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And New York set to take the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's complete to Tony.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 33 yards that time.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Gano now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays for 6 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants,
they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.